everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to make this granny square cardigan. And I'm going to show you how to do it with bigger squares because these are 7-inch squares. But today we're going to use 10-inch squares because I have trouble picking out what color is my favorite. So we're going to do 10-inch squares with all colors of the rainbow going on in it, just like this one. And I will show you how to do this collar so it looks more like a coat instead of just a cardigan sweater. And we'll have slits up the side for some sexiness. Woo woo. And yeah, I'll show you guys how to do it. I've lost like 45 pounds since I did this one, and there are videos for this one on my old channel, Silly Puppy Crafting, but they're all shorts because it was before I knew how to really do a lot of filming, not like the master I am now. Just kidding. But anyway, there is some videos of this one on my old channel, but I'm going to show you more in depth this time so you can see how I made this. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. So before we get started, we need to measure. You will need to measure across your shoulders, around your arm, and from your shoulder down to your wrist. That way you know how long and how big your sleeve is, how many squares you need to go around you, and how many squares you need if you want this. Oh, I don't have my patch on today. Well, you guys get to see my wandering eye in all its glory. So you can see how many squares you need if you want it down to your waist, if you want it down to your knee, or you can even have it all the way down to your ankle. What you will need is measuring tape, scissors, a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook, a sewing needle, the tears of your enemies, and lots of yarn. So this is a 7-inch square, and we need one more of this. No, I need 2 more of this color. So I'm going to show you how to make one of these. And basically it's the same concept for the 10-inch squares too. They just have a couple extra colors. Here you can see the difference. There is this greenish color, and there's also pink in the bigger squares. And how I did my rainbow is I just started with pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then I rotate, and purple will be here, then pink, then red. You get the idea, and you just rotate your colors like that to get your different squares. If you don't want to do it that way, you don't have to. If you want to have purple next to pink and you want to have orange next to green, do it. It's your own thing. Do it however you like it and however you like your colors. So for this little guy, I just took the green and the pink out. So it still looks awesome, but I get the smaller square that I want, and here I get the bigger square that I want by adding. Okay, we're going to make one of these together. We're starting with the purple. And you want to make a slip stitch. I'm sorry, this is kind of dark for me, so you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then you're going to go into that first chain, and you're going to slip stitch them together till you have a little fancy circle like that. And then you're going to chain 2 crochet. So I like to bury my tail as I go. I don't know if you guys like to do that, but I do. That way I'll have a little bit sticking out so I can tighten it later on, but I won't have such a big string. Then we chain 2, and then we're going to go in here again, and this time we're going to do 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 double crochet. Okay, and then we chain 2 again, and we're going to do this 2 more times until we have 4 little clusters. Oh, what the heck, man. What the heck, man. I sound a little congested, and I apologize because I am congested. October's been the month of let's get all the viruses. So it hasn't been that great. So my poor grandchildren are sick with the flu. And so I haven't got to see their little cute faces in a while. And my daughter is one worn out mama with all those sick kids. Now after you have your 4, 2, 3, and then there's 4, you're going to chain your 2. And then you're going to join right here into that one with a slip stitch. Okay, now I like to slip stitch over one more. That's just me, because I think it makes it look a little bit better. And then I cut off some of this and pull it out. So there we go. We're done. It's amazing. Isn't that the most glorious thing you've ever seen? All right, and now we're going to pull out our red as the next color. I'm not quite sure if my red's the same as that. It looks close enough. I bring this over just a little bit like this. And I might crochet weird. Some of you guys might think what I do is a little different. I think everybody does it a little bit differently, depending on how they were taught or how they learned along the way or what's easier for them. No shame. As long as we get beautiful garments and blinkies and stuff out of it. You know, what's wrong with how we do it? Everybody, come here, says I. Okay, there we go. Now you attach your red and then you chain 2. And that looks loose and I'm okay with it because I have trouble with dark colors. But it's okay. I crochet kind of tight, I guess. I always thought I crocheted loosely. But I guess I actually do it tight. And now I'm going to just tie these in a little knot because that helps me out a little bit. I'm always afraid my thing's going to fall apart if I don't do this. This is what my grandma taught me, is to always knot it. So that's how I do it. So you got your first cluster, and I am not really trying to do a tutorial here. I am not the greatest teacher for this stuff. There is so many awesome people out there that do awesome tutorials. All taught me how to crochet when I was like 8 years old. So, but I picked it up and put it down a lot during that time. And now that I'm older, I'm picking it up again but I'm still learning all kinds of things. And there's stuff out there I didn't even know about. Like that crow knit stuff. That stuff's for the birds. I did not like that. That was hard. And I know it's probably hard because it was the first time I ever did it. And I'm pretty sure it's because of the double handle. I was just, it messed me up something fierce. But I like just to crochet. I like to crochet simple things. There's some patterns out there that are fabulous that I really want to do, but the yarn that they call for is too thin, or the pattern's so complex that I'm afraid I won't be able to do it. And I'm not saying I'm limiting myself. I'm just, I know what I can do with what vision I have. So, that tiny yarn, thin yarn is like a no-go for me. I know, it just gives me headaches and migraines. I mean, I have trouble with crocheting with black sometimes because it's so dark, even if I have it well lit. So, yeah, I'm just rambling. I am so rambling. Clusters of red, we will move on to orange, which I think the name of this orange is actually called Flame, because I remember wanting the flame really bad because I have a thing for really bright colors. I like bright colors. And I had to order it on Amazon because I couldn't find it anywhere. So, and I think that's all I have of it is that little ball that's left. And I'm like, I need more. I need so much yarn. Like I need a hole in the head, honestly. I have a lot of yarn. And my friend gave me a whole bunch of thick wool yarn. There we go. For my birthday. And I was really thankful for that. And so I think I got to find a project to do for that. Okay, and we're done with the red now. So we're going to do with the flame. Flame on! Oh, it's got a knot. Hold on. It's the same concept all the way through, except for on the ends where you put two in one, and then you chain between them. You can chain between all your other ones, but I don't, because I feel like that makes it look too, so I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. It like a gappy. Gappy is a word. It makes it loose looking. So, like here, we're not going to chain. We're just going to go straight into this one and do our shell or our cluster, or there you go. And then we will not not chain again. We'll just go straight into this one and start doing our other one. So, oh no! Basically, we're going to do this whole thing just like this over and over again, all the way around until we have all of our colors together. And then we finish off with black last. We do not rotate the black into the colors. It is strictly the outside border. And that way when we sew it all together, it will look cohesive. So, Sandra. There we go. And the next color is yellow. I'm testing out a new camera angle. Maybe this will be easier for us because I won't have so much trouble getting my hands to show up. And it's closer, so you guys will be able to see what the heck I'm doing. So let's try that. You know, what do we got going on here, Sandra? We don't know what we're doing here. We're just trying to make a square. Trying. Okay. So I moved that over there. Get our yellow going here. And hopefully my big old hand won't be in the way and you guys can see what I'm doing. We'll see. Always learning. Always learning. I don't know what color this yellow is. It might be lemon. I'm not sure. But I get a lot of yarn from the thrift store and secondhand and stuff like that. And so I don't always know what color I'm messing around with. And this is cool. I don't know. It's an adventure, I guess. It makes it fun for color matching, that's for sure. So, I think I like this better. I can have this closer to my face, and I don't have to worry about my face being in the camera or my hands not being in the screen. There we go. So let me know what you guys think, if you like this angle better. But a lot of these squares were left over from my other cardigan that I had made. And then the other ones, I was going to make this like optical illusion Afghan with them, with all the colors laying out, and it looked really awesome. I'll see if I can find that picture on Pinterest and post it. I think it was an Etsy pattern actually, and I was like, oh, I don't need that pattern, I can figure that out, I could do that. And then I was in the middle of it, and you ever just, you know, get in one of those crochet moods where you're all excited about, where you going, ball? Oh, pardon me. You get one of those moods where you're like, I'm going to crochet the tar out of this. And then you get like so many rows. I lost my train of thought here. Okay. You get so many rows or pieces of it done, and then you're like, just fizzle out hard. And you're like, I just don't care no more. So you put it away, and you don't look at it for a while. Well, that's what I did with the majority of these granny squares. They have been sitting, I think, for a good couple years. So let me see, when did I make that first grannies? I think I made it in was it 19 or 20? I think it was in 20. I made it because I had a hysterectomy and I couldn't do anything. So I was just sitting there bored, so I started crocheting a bunch of granny squares. So So yeah, and it's 25. So yeah, I've been sitting on them for a hot minute. Let's just say that. And so now all we're doing is adding what we need to finish this project. And I still have some in my my plastic tote. I think there's enough. I think what I'm going to do with the rest that I have is try to make Sprocket a sweater with that. And I'll show you guys a video of how I do that too if I, you know, figure that out. Because those are big squares also. But Sprocket's a big boy, so it might work out pretty good. So, and make some doggy sweaters for the boys. I don't know if Caesar gets one. He's in trouble right now. He's stressing me out. He's a good boy. He hasn't been socialized, and so he's a lot of work. And some days are good days, and some days are not so good days. And today has been one of those not so good days. But of course, it has rained for 3 days in a row here. And so he's bored. He is ready to go out and run. And I totally lost let's just start over that. He's ready to go outside and run and play. And it's just nothing but a giant mud puddle outside. So he's very bored. And I think that's part of it. And he's usually pretty good. And if I can get him to listen to me better, I think the socialization would go better also. Okay, we are back. And so when I'm in my craft room, Caesar will sit here in this window over here and watch the squirrels and the birds. And he just loses it over these squirrels. And he hasn't caught one yet. I don't think he will. Well, he might. But as of right now, they're a lot faster than he is. So, and poor Nibbles, my other dog, he is visually impaired. So he's never going to catch one. Unless he just happens upon it. Because he just can't see good enough, bless his heart. But there's definitely a disturbance in the force when it came to the squirrel hijinks. So they have to go and clear the backyard of all squirrel activity. Oh, those silly dogs. Almost done with the yellow, and then we have the blue, and then we have the black, and we'll be done with our square. Now the other squares I will do off camera. I just wanted to do this one, show you guys. Okay, and we're back, and we're gonna do blue now. I am not gonna do the black yarn here. You're gonna have trouble seeing it with my background anyway, and you get the idea after the blue one. You know what's going on. You've got it. I know you've got it. You're smart. So we're gonna attach the blue, get this show on the road. You guys get the idea of what's happening. It's fairly simple pattern. And now, just because I'm doing them this way doesn't mean you have to do them exactly this way. There are tons and tons of different granny square patterns, and you can do any kind of pattern you want and make your cardigan that way. That's what's so awesome about the granny square cardigan. It really is a creative adventure. You can make it any color variation, any size variation, length variation, style. I've been thinking about making a black and white one. I think that would be kind of cool. I've thought about making one with flowers, the flower granny square. sometimes I don't know what to say to you guys. I really appreciate you watching. If you like this, I would really love you guys to like or comment, share this with your friends and your neighbors, and you know, subscribe too, because I'm just starting out and I really could use some peeps on my channel. It's really fun. I really enjoyed what I've done so far, and I enjoy the comments and stuff that you guys have given me so far. I am really thankful for all the support you guys have given me. So, my other channel, the doggy one, it's growing a lot too. So, I'm just amazed. I'm amazed at the YouTube community and how supportive they can be of one another. I know there's a lot of yuckiness that's out there on social media too. And I've experienced some of it, but not a whole lot. I have found that everybody has been just wonderful, honestly. Everybody's been really nice to me. And I'm so thankful for that, to have that experience. As I grow, I might get somebody that's not very nice, but you know, it is what it is. Something you'd like to see or something like that, let me know down in the comments, and I will try to, whoopsie, and I will try to make that happen. So I like mostly vintage stuff. Vintage is my favorite. And that doesn't mean just vintage crochet. That's vintage everything. I love vintage everything. Yeah, I love it all. The hairstyles, the clothes, the dishes. Maybe not some of those recipes so much, like the hot dogs and Jell-O kind of junk. That could stay there. But everything else I like it. So this is funny. This is my red, my 2 blue, and I need one more orange for this side. This is a sleeve. I have my 2 red, I have 2 yellow, and I need the 2 blue for this side. So I have a yellow and orange. They'll be different sides. So I'll be able to tell my right from my left. That's funny. Because, you know, sometimes it haunts me that I gave somebody directions to go left when I clearly meant my other left. So here's our layout. We will have 12 10-inch squares for our back panel. For our front panels, we will have 2 strips, 4 10-inch squares each. You will have 2 of these. You will have 2 pockets that are also 10 inches. And you want to have them the same color as about this or this, depending on where it lays on you. So you can match them so your motif will still be the same. We're doing the sleeves in 7-inch squares. And you will need 12 of these. The collar, you need 5 10-inch squares for the collar, and they will be sewn into the neck area. I know, the drawing's kind of wonky, and I wasn't sure how to make it make sense. I will show you. I will show you. One of the best ways I've found to not lose your ever-loving mind with how many squares you need is to label what you have. That way, you know what colors go where, you know what they are for, and you're not wondering, and that these are my sleeves, I'm still working on them, and that way you know where everything goes, what everything is for, and you don't make an abundance of too many of one color or not enough of another color, and everything's neat and organized. So because I don't use my brain sometimes, I saved all of these fabulous ends to be weaved in here at the end. Oh boy, that's a lot. I've got everything done except for the other half of this stack, these and these. So I do like 5 at a time, take a break. 5 at a time, take a break. And I really smashed the ever-loving daylights out of my finger in the garden today trying to close up shop since it's like really freezing outside. It's down in the 30s. So, but I will not let my smashed finger stop me from finishing my project. Here's where we lay out the body of our cardigan, and this would be the time you want to decide if you want to change colors around or if you like them just how they are. And you can play with it a little bit. Here's a different look. If you could tell, I alternated the red and the pink down through here and back through here, but I left these the same. I kind of like that in the center like that. And I think I'll keep it like this instead. I like it a little bit better this way. I have a lot of space, but there you can see where the arm will go. It will connect right into, oh, sorry. It will connect right into where the seams meet for the front and the back. And once you have everything put into your piles so you know how to I suggest you take a picture before you do this. That way you can remember, especially if you have several different granny square patterns and you want to make sure you have them in the right way. Take a picture first. That way when you lay them out to sew them together, you know they're in the right order for your project. I had to go change my glasses, put my reading glasses on, or as I like to call them, my crocheting glasses. So, and I know there's different ways to weave in to make things look different, but this is what works for me. Get out of there. So this, I feel confident with how this looks, and especially when I have trouble seeing. And black yarn is kind of hard to people with regular vision from what I understand. So, you know, the struggle is real. So, yep. And I just pull it apart a little bit so I can kind of tell where I'm at. And then I just go through it like that. One down, whole bunch more to go. So it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday, and I've only gotten 4 panels sewed together, so my video is probably going to be late, but I will still do. I need to go get coffee. I haven't even weaved in all the ends on everything yet. And it's not that I've been slacking. I've really been busting my hump on this thing. I really tried to challenge myself to see if I could get it done in a week. And obviously, yeah, we'll see what happens. So when you're weaving in these long panels, I would put some thingamabobbers, stitch markers. Good job, Sandra. Put some stitch markers along here to keep it together, just so you don't miss anything. So these look like septum rings to me. See that? Come here. Oh, we did. Ugh. How do you guys do that? I'm gonna throw this one in the trash. So once you have your panels all done and put together, you're going to lay it back out on the floor, and you want to attach the front to the back. Yes, I still have seams to weave in, but I'm almost done. Okay, to weave these parts together, just lay them together, and I like to take this part here, the chain 2 that's between the 2 clusters in the corner, and line it up exactly. I'm trying to hold my phone and do this at the same time. Sorry, guys. Line it up exactly with the same one on the other side. Oh, I'm sorry for the bad filming. So when you get done weaving those ends, put the sucker on your shoulders. Look at yourself in it. Go look in the mirror. Go take a gander. What you've done. You have accomplished so much. But we're not done yet. So I was wrong when I said you needed 5 granny squares for the collar. You only need 3, and we're getting ready to attach those right now. Okay, I know I got a lot of colors going on here in the screen, so it might be kind of hard for you guys to tell what I'm doing. Basically, this is the neck, this is your back, and this is the back of your neck, and these are your 2 side front pieces, right here and right here, that sit on your shoulders. We are going to line up, sew together your 3 collar pieces, and then you're going to line up the first one like that. You might need stitch markers to help you with this, and you're going to stitch this together from here to here. Okay, and then this one, the middle section will go across the middle square, and then the last one, I've got it all twisted, the last one will go down this one, and you might have to pull it a little, you might have to pull it a little to get it all to match, but it will match. And the best way for me when I do this is to put my fingers in the spaces in between each cluster, and it helps me keep track of where I am and keeping it even and together. So but stitch markers are a good help also. So it's like almost midnight. I've been doing this all day so I can get it done. And I just had a thought that, what do I got going on here? Okay. I just had a thought that since we have 2 squares left over, because I accidentally made 5 instead of 2, we can make a matching bag. So that'll probably be next week's project, and that way we can look fancy. And here is what you should have when it's done. You can see it attached like that. And this is what it should look like when you have it done. Now if you wanted to like jazz it up some more, you could do like another triangle and make like another extra flap kind of thing right there or something if you wanted to, but I like it. I like the big collar like this. So my eyes are very tired. I really pushed them to the limit today. They hurt. So I'm going to be done for today, and I will wake up in the morning and we will do the sleeves and finish weaving in the ends, and the pockets. Now, when you're ready for the sleeves, you want to take it and center it up to where these match together. And then you're going to take stitch markers, put it together, and stitch it. You're not going to fold your sleeve yet. And I just finished the second sleeve, and we are in the home stretch. The last few things we need to do are fold it up and sew it up the sides. So then you're going to lay it out on the floor again, and this is where it starts to look like a coat. Look at your progress. Look at how good you've been doing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stitch all the way up this side and all the way up this side. Or you can leave a slit halfway up, and I'm going to start in the middle of this square right here and go all the way up and then all the way down. Sure, wherever you start your slit, it matches on the other side, so that way you know exactly where it's at and you have the same length on both sides. I will show you what it looks like when I'm done. Drop my needle on the floor. I don't know where it went. They need to make those things in like bright colors. I mentioned, but this actually goes a little bit past my knee, so it's quite long. So when you come up to the corner here, you don't have to do anything fancy really, but I like to put a couple extra stitches here just to reinforce it and give it some extra strength in those corners. Okay, so I had a boo-boo here where my strings obviously got tangled and didn't go all the way through. Oh no, it's because I have a knot. Okay, I have a knot. What I'm gonna do here, if you come across something like this, is I'm just gonna cut it here. I'm gonna tie it in a knot and then weave these two ends in, and that way you don't have to struggle to try to take anything out to fix it. Moved the table. I was getting crunchy sitting on the floor. And I forgot to mention, some people will turn theirs inside out to stitch it together. I don't care. That's just personal preference. I like the stitched look. I think it gives it some depth and texture, so I leave it out. But that's just personal preference. You could do it either way. And here it is, guys. Oh, check it out. Ooh. Yeah, look at what we have accomplished. And here's the sides. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I am not done with this. But what is left is mostly cosmetic stuff. If you want buttons, you can put buttons on it. If you want to sew an edge around it, sew an edge around it. I'm thinking about putting a single crochet all the way around, just to give me like another little inch there for some wiggle room if I dress in layers. I made my sleeve extra long so I could cuff it because I like big cuffs. I like big cuffs, I cannot lie. Yeah. So I'll probably tack this down. That way I will have that. Or I could just keep it folded. It's actually holding its shape pretty good. I haven't put the pockets in yet. I put my pocket. My pockets are going to be kind of low. But not too bad. They'll be huge, huge pockets. So it'll be good for your phone and things like that. Let me see what else. I can't think of anything else. If you have any questions or anything, let me know down in the comments. I read all the comments and I try to respond to all of them. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me make this, and I'm sorry I'm sorry I didn't get it all done, but I really wanted to get the video out for you guys today. And I mean, I got the main part done. It's so warm, yeah. So just the cosmetic things are left. I might make a short video showing you the pockets, and I have some buttons that I'm on the fence. I don't know if I want to do the single crochet around or just add a button and cinch it up with some buttons. But I feel like I want a little bit extra right through here. So I might, but my buttons, I got all these bright, colorful buttons. And see these two blue ones? I'm thinking about using them. Yeah, I think they'll look really awesome. So that's all for today. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you everybody for watching. And I want to say a big thank you to my husband. He is my biggest supporter. And I am so glad that he lets me go all raging wild female in my craft room. Thank you, darling.